Hello, and welcome to my presentation on the unique reproductive breeding behavior of Nyctibatrachus kumbara. So let's begin with a little background information. Anurans are a group consisting of frogs and toads that have reproductive modes that are not only diverse, but also unique. To date, there are a total of 40 different reproductive methods that have been found in anurans around the world. And evolutionary factors such as reproductive character displacement may create such a wide variation between anuran species. This can arise when sympatric species force a directional selection on reproductive characteristics, reinforcing reproductive barriers and decreasing resource competition for mates between species. Alright, so moving on, field research that was conducted by Gururaja Dinesh Priddy and Ravinkamp in 2014 discovered a new species, Nyctibatrachus kumbara. The purpose of their study was to describe this new species and its unique reproductive modes and mating behaviors. The study also attempts to further evaluate how three different species from the same genus can coexist in one area and whether reproductive character displacement has influenced the development of a diverse breeding behavior amongst three sympatric species, Nyctibatrachus jog, Nyctibatrachus camphioliensis, and Nyctibatrachus kumbara. Alright, so a field study was conducted to examine a new species, Nyctibatrachus kumbara. Specimens and observations were collected in Kathalakan, Uttara Kannada district in Karnataka state, India. Behavioral observations of the frogs were made in the evening from 17 to 22 o'clock on 10 different dates. Behavioral data was analyzed using a non-metric multidimensional analysis, NMDS. All three Nyctibatrachus species inhabit alongside streams in the Myristica swamp forests. Alright, so in this slide, we have a sequence of events that occur in a mating encounter between male and female Nyctibatrachus kumbara. The top left square shows the initial courtship, in which the male and female stood on their hind legs in an upright position and touched each other with their hands. Then, in the next sequence, in the top right corner, the male grasped onto the female from the top by the armpits and axillary amplexus. The pair then stood on their hind legs in an upright position, shown in the bottom left corner before the female began to perform a handstand with the male on her back. Both the male and female remained in a handstand position until the female deposited eggs on a twig about 4 centimeters above the stream, which is shown in the bottom right corner. In this slide, we see the mud packing behavior of the male. The female has released about 5 pigmented eggs, and right after, the male would go up to the eggs and cover them with mud from the stream. So why mud pack eggs? Well, the mud packing behavior by male Nyctibatrachus kumbara is an important finding, because to date, there are no other anurans who pack mud on eggs. A possible explanation for this unique behavior is to prevent desiccation of the eggs. Another reason is to prevent predators from eating the eggs because the eggs of Nyctibatrachus kumbara have a distinct pigmentation. So a more comprehensive analysis of reproductive characteristics was created on an NMDS plot comparing the sympatric and allopatric groups. The plot shows that allopatric species cluster together while sympatric species form individual clusters. This shows that reproductive character displacement may be playing a role in the coexistence of the three sympatric species. The three species that were allopatric did not have overlap in habitat range, so they did not need to compete against each other for mates and resources. However, the sympatric species who do overlap in habitat range did show three distinct groupings and thus differences in reproductive characteristics. This suggests that reproductive character displacement could have occurred, minimizing competition for mates and resources. Additional research needs to be continued in order to learn more about Nyctibatrachus kumbara. In this study, Nyctibatrachus kumbara was only compared to 2 other sympatric species. More research needs to be done on the reproductive characteristics of other members of Nyctibatrachus, because there has been little information from studies done in other clades of Nyctibatrachus. As more information is documented, reproductive character displacement can be studied to determine how some traits have evolved over time as multiple species coexist in the same space.